Everyone, hope all of you are fine. So in this lecture, we are going to solve some questions on function. So first of all, we are going to start from basic questions. After that, we will solve some difficult questions. And remember, these all questions are very important for your exam purpose. So do practice with me. So let's begin this lecture, okay? So our first question is, write a function to check whether a number is even or odd. Means over here we have to check the function is even or odd. So let's write question first. So check. So this one is our question. Write a function to check whether a number is odd or even. So let's begin with the coding part. So first we write our def, which is keyword. Then here I am making function name as check, and over here I am writing parameter name num. Okay. Now give your indentation. So over here I am applying condition for checking odd or even number. So for that, if num modulus 2 sorry, equal to 0, that means return even number. Means if this condition will applicable, then return even number. Otherwise, apply over here else. Sorry, else return odd. So if our condition is correct over here, then it will return even. Otherwise, it will return odd. So now let's take input from user, because this one is our user defined function. We can also take like no, take over here from user only, because over here we are doing practice. So there is no mean to assign any value. Okay. So enter a number. Then call your here we are printing our this one and calling it also. So print call your function name, and over here I am assigning this variable name. You can write over here num also, but when you assign something over here while calling, that means it is equal to that parameter, because this one is your like argument and this one is your parameter. So I hope you understand this concept, because in previous lecture only I have taught to you. So now let's check this code is working or not. So let's take input as 4. Sorry. Yeah, take input as 4. Yeah, this one is even. Now let's take input as 19. So this one is odd number. So this code is working properly. Now let's come to the next question. Before that, before this, I'm going to explain you something. Like in Python, we how we comment down anything. Uh, I am explaining you one shortcut key for comment it down any para or any code if you want in Python, in any language. Like that shortcut key is CTRL plus this one. So this one is your shortcut key for commenting any para or code. So now let's come to the next question. So our next question will be, write a function to find the largest of three numbers. So over here we are going to find out largest of three numbers. So first, let's write code. Sorry, question. So this one is our question. So now let's start with our coding part. So over here, I am, one second. Over here, I am assigning function name as largest, and we are taking three parameters like A, B, and C. Then give indentation. So over here, let's apply the condition. What will be the condition over here? Okay. So condition for this will be if A is greater than equal to B and A is greater than equal to C, then return A. What does it mean? What is the meaning of AND over here? I think I have already explained you in the previous lectures in starting only when we started our Python series. I think in first or second lecture I have explained you this. When this both condition will applicable, then only this code will be executed. Otherwise, this code will not execute it. Okay. So now apply our elif condition because we are checking for three numbers. Three numbers. So that's why over here apply your condition. If B is greater than C, return B, else return C. Over here, this is our, one second, this is our complete code. Now let's take input from user. So over here we are taking input from user. You can watch this lecture in 2x also. So over here we have taken input from user. Now let's call this function. Here call your function name and give assign these all arguments over here x, y, and z. That you already know this is equal to this parameter. Now let's check this code is working on. Now take over your first number. Okay, yeah, now it will work. One second, one second. It is not working. So we have taken three inputs. Now let's check which one is greater than. So the largest one is 7, the third number. So I hope you understand this code also because this one is also very simple one. Now let's come to the next question. I think we have to do some difficult questions from now. So we are going to solve question of factorial of a number. In this question, what is the question? Write a function to calculate the factorial of a number. So over here we are going to write a function to calculate factorial of a number. So let's write the question over here. So this one is our question. Let's write the code. Okay. So here we have assigned our function name as factorial. Now give your colon, then give indentation. This is the condition for calculating or finding the factorial of any number. So the condition is assign fact is equal to 1. Then over here write your for loop condition. If for I in range, and what will be the range? 1 to n plus 1. So in range, over here this one is from where our condition will be start, and this one is at which place our condition will be stop. So in this we have assigned our range. Now our condition is this one for I in range 1 to n plus 1. Then fact is equal to fact plus 1. Sorry. Fact into I. If this condition is applicable, then return your fact. Now let's assign the value over here. Let's take input from user, then we are going to call it out. Okay. So now let's call it over here. So let's check this code is working or not. Let's find the factorial of 2. So factorial of 2 is 2. Now let's find the factorial of 3. 1 second. Uh, so over here factorial of 3 is 6. Now let's check the factorial of 70. So the factorial of 70 is, you can see how much this one is. Now let's check the factorial of 1000. Sorry, 1 lakh. See what is going to happen over here. I think our compiler is not working now. So I think for factorial of 1 lakh or 10 lakh, the compiler is not applicable to show the output. So let's check the factorial of 1000 only. What does it say? So this one is the factorial of your 1000. So if this give the output of 10 lakh, then what will be going to be happen? That's why I think our compiler is not working. So leave it. Let's come to the next question. So our next question is write a function to check whether a number is prime number. I don't think this question is that much necessary. Let's go to the next question. Write a function to generate the Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series. Yeah, this question is very important. Fibonacci series is very important in the aspect of your interview, Viva, and your test perspective. So let's write the question over here. Generate the Fibonacci series. So this one is our question. This is very important question. So let's write the code for this question. Fibonacci series depth Fibonacci then parameter name a is equal to 0, b is equal to 1. So like this all kind of questions like factorial and Fibonacci series, this all question you can only solve by their format only. So you have to understand logic also, and before understanding logic you have to learn the format for writing a Fibonacci series, because these type of questions were going to be solved by their format only. So you have to learn the format of Fibonacci series. Okay, let's write the code. Printing. So let's write the code. Sorry. A is equal to B, where B is equal to C. Okay. Now let's take input from user. Now let's call your Fibonacci over here, Fibonacci function name. Let's check this code is working on. Uh, I think some error is no. Code is fine. Yeah. So Fibonacci of 4 is 0, 1, 1, 2. So what is the Fibonacci? What does mean? Okay. What is the meaning of Fibonacci? So Fibonacci is a sequence of a number in which each number is the sum of the two previous numbers. I I hope you understand the meaning. Okay. Like if you want to print over here, we are printing 4. So the fourth, let's check it out from here. 0, and when we over here write 1, when we add two previous numbers 0 and 1, we will get output as 1. And for the fourth number, when we add these two previous numbers 1 and 1, then it will be 2. So this series is known as Fibonacci series. So I hope you understand this logic. Now let's come to the next question, which is about write a function to reverse a number. So this question will be for reversing your number, the number you are taking from user or predefined number. So let's come over here. Let's write the question. Now write a function to reverse a number. So for this, our code will be f reverse num. Now apply your condition reverse is equal to 0. So over here our condition will be applied like while number is greater than 0, then your digit num modulus 10 and your reverse. So this one is your condition. So for this also you have to learn what is the condition for writing a reverse of any number. So always remember these three formats, like what is the format for reverse, what is the format for Fibonacci series, and what is the format for your factorial. So always remember these three formats, and there are some other kind of questions are also there. You have to learn their format also. Okay. So now let's get return your reverse, and now take input from user. Enter a number, then print your reverse. Okay, okay, what's up? Now let's check this code is working or not. We are writing this. Yeah, absolutely. This code is working perfectly. So now let's come to the next question. So this question is very important. I want you to solve this question. And if you get any, like, if you face any kind of, so over here, if you face any kind of difficulties while solving this question, so you can comment me also in this video lecture. Okay. So this one is your question. Write a function to check whether a number is palindrome or not. So I think I should provide you the solution of this palindrome. Okay. So wait. So I am stopping recording for some time for writing this complete code. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. So yeah, this is your complete code for palindrome. First, do practice by yourself. After that, check it down this your code is working or not. If not working, then learn it from here and try to solve it by your own. So I hope you understand the concept of your function. In next lecture, we are going to do our recursion, and after that, in another lecture, we are going to solve some questions on recursion also. So let's end this lecture over here only. Hope you all are doing good. So good night. Bye.